Kept you waiting, huh? So, I know I was gonna make a video, like, at some point, but I sort of lost the will to do it as I started college, but you guys don't care about that. What you guys are here for is the Zaibatsu review, which, this is not a review, this is more of just an overview of what I've seen so far. I bought the game because it costs Roblox, apparently, and I went over some of the few features, RP'd a little bit for about maybe 5 hours. So this is pretty much my first impression video, so I hope you enjoy. Hello everyone, Gasmask here, and today I'm going to be talking about Zaibatsu, which is the latest RP game that's been released. Zaibatsu is released by the same person that made Neon District, which I made a review of like 2 years ago. For reference, this game has been in the making for like 3 years now, and it's been released in an alpha state. So, it costs money, so I guess I'm going to have to explain to you what I think of it, and whether or not you should buy it. As someone who's played Neon District for quite a while, it's one of my most played RP games I've ever played. It's one of the first and one of the ones I've probably enjoyed the most. Basically, Neon District was it's a chaos, it's a sort of anarchy sort of game. It didn't have rules. Well, it had rules, but it's hard to explain. It's not like After Flash. But why am I going over this? Well, Zaibatsu was pretty much made by the same person who made it, and bleh. So basically, what I'm saying is, it's basically an upgraded Neon District. So was it worth the wait? Personally, I would say it has a lot of improvements, but it still has a far way to go. Currently, it's in an alpha, so I can't really criticize on stuff like the lag, some stuff, bugs, stuff like that. But what I see so far, I think it's good, but there's a few gripes I have with it. Currently, the game costs money, which is something I don't want. I don't want that at all. People shouldn't have to. I hate that feature so much because it gatekeeps the community drastically. The reason why people came to Neon District in the first place is it was a free alternative to something like After Flash, which is why I think it gained so much popularity. And I know someone's going to say, "Oh, the free-to-plays will come whether or not you have a paywall. So you might as well not have it." Another gripe I have with it is just that it feels almost the same as Neon District, and I know this is an alpha, but when I was using the avatar editor, it felt just pretty much like a Neon District, but it was slightly upgraded. The one thing I think this game really needs to have is either A, some movement so you can let you move around the hats and stuff like that, or B, retexturing. Because currently the only game that ever gets any retextures for it is After the Flash, and After the Flash, that one medieval game that Chad made, and maybe a little bit of Wild Wasteland if anyone knows what it is. That's a future video though. But Zaibatsu, if this is like the end product of something like the GUI, it shouldn't be, because this game needs to compete with other RP games to actually get ahead. The reason why Neon District was so, I would say, underrated was because it was so far behind in terms of technology. Sure, it was a decade-old game, but this is the new game. It shouldn't inspire to be what it was in the past. It should inspire to be the future and should improve upon itself, which is something I think most RP games don't get right, or at least the ones that have had sequels. So it should strive to do something. It does have a lot of improvements, but it should strive to do way better in terms of customization, character customization, stuff like that, retextures. I think that'd be great if they actually added that. So what do I want to see in this game? Currently, it's in its alpha, so it has a lot of time to improve, and I hope this game gets it right off the get-go. What I want to see in the future is stuff like retexturing, improved UI, and maybe a way to reduce lag, it's like optimization, basically, stuff like that. Something I think that should come back is the event system that the old game had. That was a really interesting system, and I don't think any other game had that. It made the game feel more alive. And this city is pretty beautiful. I would love to see like events, stuff like that, and make this game feel more alive than something like the old game, which a lot of textures, a lot of meshes and stuff like that. It didn't look really good. This game looks really good, and if you want to pay $25 Roblox for like a sort of like a showcase, go ahead. You'll be impressed. This stuff looks pretty good. It's an interesting mix of both meshes and textures, and then just parts. It looks really good, and you should go around and explore a little bit. Another thing I think should really be added is ways to make more money. You get money passively, which is something that it's an improvement again. It's an improvement upon most games. Most games don't even give you money. Basically, you get money and you can buy stuff. You can also buy that money, but I don't really mind that as long as you can just earn the money. So, I think there should be ways to get money, like, I don't know. Maybe the dump truck. There's a dump truck you can buy in the game. Maybe you can go around, collect trash, and get like $60 per trash. It'd give more people a reason to use stuff like that, and I think it'd be pretty interesting. So, what now? I think this game really needs to take off, because this is probably one of the first times I've seen any noticeable competition in the RPing field. When this game came out, I almost knew instantly about it, it's great. Like, for like the past 4 years, I've been pretty much drowned out of RPing because there's only like 3 RPing games you could ever play if you want an interesting setting. Zaibatsu is probably one of the most anticipated RP games, I would say, for at least just considering its community, for a long time. It's been in development for about 3 years, maybe even longer. So this game really needs to hit that point hard, and it needs to make advancements. It needs to do so much, but I hope it can do it. So what now? I'm going to make a future video of a proper review and not just some stupid scriptless video I made. But I'm going to play this game a little more. I'm going to get more invested into it. Hopefully when it gets more major updates, I'll be able to inform you guys on how I feel, and hopefully it becomes free. So, if you're still watching this mess, thank you, have a good day, goodbye.